Money in and of itself's only real value is what it represents. And it represents different things to different people. And so for me, money is influence, it's power, it's the ability to use, to multiply time and energy, to create. And its value is only in what it can do when I put it in motion. You know, money to me is a store of value. That's the definition. Yes, it is. Money in our society is only as powerful as what it represents. Money, time, and energy to me, as I said earlier, I kind of see all as the same resource held different ways. It's simply a store of value. Money is a store of time and energy. Well, what do you mean? If you talk to somebody who's very wealthy, they make decisions, they use money to buy back time and energy. They'll buy somebody else's time to do something for them. They'll buy somebody else's energy to do something for them, or something, right? They're using money to buy time and energy. When you're younger, you very often use time and energy to buy money, to store value, so that when you're older, you have that. Also, at some point, money ceases to have value beyond what it gives you. It's representation of something else. And for most people, at a certain level of game, money buys you power at whatever level of the game you are. And power means different things to different people, but it's simply in representation of what it represents to you. This is key because if you're not clear on what money represents, you may be seeking something disingenuously and then be confused why you're not getting it. In other words, a lot of people think they're money motivated that really aren't, right? Because they're not clear on what it brings to them. And so it's like, oh yeah, I want to be a millionaire. Why? Because everybody wants to be a millionaire. That's what we talk about in our society. I want to be financially free. But if you aren't clear on what financial freedom means to you, if you aren't clear what being a millionaire means to you, it may not be nearly as compelling to you, because money in and of itself's only real value is what it represents. And it represents different things to different people. And so for me, money is influence, it's power, it's the ability to use, to multiply time and energy, to create. And its value is only in what it can do when I put it in motion. And money wants to be in motion constantly. It's always wanting to, it's energetically always wanting to be at work. It's what it does. And you see this all the time. Liquidity is the market's moving money around it. It's always in exchange for goods and services. So for myself, again, I would say it's power, it's influence, it's the ability to leverage money, our time and energy. But for the individual, I would say practically that application is you should answer the question for you. What does money represent? What does money mean to you? And for most, you got to get clear on that before you're going to be able to really attract it. Does it mean retiring your parents? Does it mean financial freedom? Does it mean the freedom to travel and to do what you want? But get clear on what money means to you. And then you can use it and deploy it more effectively. And money always has a plan. So if you don't have a plan for it, it will come up with its own plan.